decent, good, God-fearing Christians who just happen to, well, hate everyone and everything relating to black people. That means no Muhammad Ali, no hip-hop music, and no King Jesse Jackson. What about Whoopi Goldberg? Nope. Oh, this is him.
Yes, this is the other part that I had to include. Last night was more the educational. This side, we're actually going to have more so the fun as I state my case on on whiteness and how you do not have to be to try to reach for that pillar. What we have on the screen here is we have a very infamous racist by the name of Nick Fuentes. Infamous racist, groiper, incel, you know. I mean, even Tucker Carlson and Candace called him, you know, the G word. And then on the right, you should have who else but surprise, the officer Fakum. As we're gonna use this as a case of whiteness. Oh, and I promise we're gonna have a little special guest in this because we're gonna tie it all together to show how to show everybody's going for it and you don't have to match the color. So we might call this little session the enemy within. Let's get busy.
But to say most encounter black people, it just comes across that way. And then he was on Candace's own show, pretty much saying he was a racist, and that's why people think you're a racist. And of course, he said a lot of other crazy stuff.
Isn't this supposed to be say what you mean what you say? I mean, he's clearly admitted it quite a few times. Let's see. He's also crashed the channel, you know. Oh, no, I wouldn't say crash the channel, but let's just say he's actually quite toxic for channels. You can go ahead and see, you know, just pearly things or, Myron Gaines, for example. This dude is very toxic to channels. And now the right pedestalized him when he basically turned around and became a rogue agent. But we're gonna try to stick on topic. The topic being the enemy within.
Stuff about black people. He said black people should be in jail for the most part.
And you're gonna tap dance and say you should be one of the good ones. Of course, we shouldn't be surprised considering the fact of how you conducted yourself in regards to the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Everybody knows how you were acting on that. And in case we have to have like a little reminder session, let's just give you a little flashback. And when I see you, I'm whooping your As I said, yeah, we know you got that little thug in you that you trying to hide from everybody else.
That's not like that's. It's okay to say black people need to be held accountable for things that they do. That black people are, especially in these inner cities, are more violent.
Notice how he said in the inner cities are more violent. Notice how he tried to separate like two kinds of black people, and he's trying to make himself the magical Negro to a racist. And Yeah, there might be a slight, but wait, there's more. Let's see how we do on the clock. But let's continue.
They need to be educated. I mean, make a preference, a preface to say in the inner cities and other things like that.
In the inner city, so basically he's trying to separate the blacks from the blacks. See, this is that thing that we tell y'all is said. This is like that path that I'm basically informing you of. Like, yeah, this is that quote unquote whiteness we'll use for example. I mean, the dude is pandering to a well known racist. But then again, surprise, surprise.
That'll make it sound more normal. But when you try to
So normalizing the discrimination of black people. Oh, I'm sorry, I just shot myself in the face. Yeah, coming from you, yeah, it's pretty normal.
blanket black people say they should be incarcerated for the most part, you, you're losing touch with saying that you're not a racist.
What was there to touch? He clearly stated it. Dude, how are you backing somebody that would sooner see you out? Oh wait, no, there we go. The MAGA hat.
Because he's not just categorizing violent behavior. Because if you ask Nick Fuentes today, and if he listened to this, he'd probably try to have an argument for it if somebody asks him. But if you ask him today, who's the biggest threat to America? He'll say black people. I could almost imagine that he would say black people.
And what would be your first clue that he would say black people? I mean, outside of the fact that he was calling them out, that he also had people that were agreeing with him, such as, you know, pearly things. Yeah, she kind of went on that slavery was over embellished. Only thing that wasn't embellished is the fact that Pearly liked herself a little bit of dark meat in life.
Who are the most dangerous people in America? Black people. No, it's not. It's these blue-haired leftist nut jobs are the most dangerous people in America.
See, now he's trying to project to the leftist blue haired nut jobs. And let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm a pretty melanated guy. Let's see, blue hair and leftist. Do you think he's going to be referring to somebody that's like me, nappy headed and melanated, or somebody that has considerably less pigment and probably a septum piercing? I mean, we can really get petty on this dude because this dude like to at real what is it? He like the tap dance. He like the tap dance and he man all day.
You with the wrong people. Woke people don't go to Cracker Barrel. A lot of times, Cracker Barrel in the country. People want that country feel. They want to go in there and feel like they want to go in there and feel like they're in Jim Crow South. I'm just kidding. Maybe not Jim Crow South, but they want to go in there and I want to go to crack. You with the wrong.
See, it said begging. He's begging for that attention, and guess what happens? He ends up catching it because it said, "Oh yeah, oh, another case that described this."
Barrel, where it's a white man with a flannel on, with his stomach hanging out, and his fingernails dirty, and he got an accent. What do y'all want to eat? Y'all want biscuit? You want cheese on that gravy or not? That's what I want to hear. Stomach got to be hanging. Boots got to be dirty. He look like he just came from milking cows and he come to the table and serve food. That's what I want. I don't want somebody in there with blue hair with nose rings. That's not.
See, check and mate caught him and said, see, you want to talk down, you want to support the racist that talks down on black people and separates them, but yet you have no problem when it starts to target back to you to start targeting, you know, white leftists with blue hair. We know you wanted to leave that color part out. We know you did, but we went ahead and cracked that case for you because we know who you're pandering to. The hat is also another clue. But let's get moving.
Antifa, dangerous people in America. White liberals, and through legislation, will destroy this country. They are the most dangerous people. They will get you locked up, shadow banned. They force you to wear a mask. They do all of this stuff that's detrimental to the existence of America.
To the existence of America. See, it said now you trying to throw away because you want to act like you're the good ones. It's like I'm against them white lefties. I'm against them. I bet if he could, he'd probably motorboat Trump's boot. Nasty motherfucker.
They have power. They have influence. Black people don't even touch a camel to these white liberals. To be honest. And
I wish y'all could see my face right now because my face is like kind of scrunched with this dude. Cause it's like so you're trying to swirl your argument, and guess what? You still won't be accepted. We don't care. We probably figured that you would probably get that invitation to go to Miss Ann Coulter's picnic, and don't forget the potato salad with the raisins. You still waiting on that invitation.
you think about the world. Look at the African countries and you say whatever, whatever. But look at what white, leftist, weak people have done to the world. Europe. Craig got fired yesterday. The fuck that got to do with me? That means
Yeah, what does the rest of the world got to do with America? I mean, oh wait, oh I'm sorry, I forgot. You little Benny Netanyahu, he paying for your bad haircuts with that Floby. We see you got it trimmed up. We see them Floby lines. We know, yeah. Onward.
Europe is being taken over by Muslims. Why? Because of weak. I want.
Oh, now you gotta bring in Muslims. See, y'all, you throwing everything but the kitchen sink, and you know what? The spigot that's turning on the cold water that's watching you drown yourself is even telling you this person you are caping for is a whole racist and do not like you. Everybody's been saying the quiet part out loud, and you're still caping like you one of the good ones.
I want to use the R word. White folks that are letting Muslims into their countries because they feel white guilt. In America, who's the ones that's gonna make America fall off the cliff? It's white liberals.
I'm cringing right now because this dude is trying. He is trying so hard to push away from the fact of the matter that little Nicky Fuentes does not like you because of your skin.
They destroy everything. And I would argue that the white liberal destroyed the black community. If you ask me.
Oh, you'll argue that, but the man, the predecessor to the Orange Man. What was his name? Ronald Wilson Reagan. Oh yeah, what was that one thing that he put in? Oh yeah, that hard rock into the neighborhoods. Yeah, but you're gonna say some lefties.
Me, and then who is capitulating and supporting the foolishness that go on in the black community? It's these white liberals. They're the ones telling that black people shouldn't be incarcerated. What do you mean they should be incarcerated? They're the ones crying at defund the police, defund the police, defund the police.
I'm never going to say defund the police because that is the most asinine thing you could ever say. Why? Because I like the fact that I can sleep at night. However, I'm going to stand on the fact that there needs to be serious police reform. And also, let's put another flip part of the coin. I am glad that you are a former officer and not a current officer because you would be a prime example of why police would need reform.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working. The white liberals pushing that. The white liberals running on that premise for the most part. And I'm not saying some of these black ones ain't bad, but the white liberal is the most dangerous to democracy and to the existence of the Constitution out of any group in the world. They are going, if we unabated, they are going to destroy America. And the powerhouse of America will cease to exist. And every single society will come crumbling down because of these nut job white liberals.
Dude, okay, so you're trying to dude, put the cape away. It's okay to admit that little Nicky Fuentes is a racist. Stop trying to throw the cape on and act like you one of the good ones.
Who's pushing for more immigration, illegal immigration in America that's going to destroy this country? It's white liberals. If they get their way,
Homeboy, what the fuck do immigration and white liberals have to do with the fact that you're continuing the cape for a racist? You're, as said, this is that case of where, yeah, this dude is like pawing, like scratching into the dirt, looking for whiteness, like it was in Grand Theft Auto 3, like one of 100 hidden packages.
done. Who's pushing this transgenderism stuff? White liberals.
You are reaching. You are reaching horribly, dude.
Is that all you got, nigga? Oh, no, nigga. That's just the tip of this iceberg.
Yeah, because he got more than this. We might even have to. I might even cut some of this out because this is bad. Or actually, no, this is proving my case. The more we go through this,
They're gonna be the death of America. So I think there are a lot.
so you say white liberals are going to be the death of America, but you ain't got no problem trying to throw black people under the bus on top. So basically, you're supporting basically the white Christian movement. That oh wait, there's more. Oh yeah, you were best friends with the person that was removed from this plane back in September, and you tried to go into their what is memorial services, and you got turned away. What does that tell you? You put their merchandise on your program, and you simp for the same people that are saying, "Bye, nigga, bye."
More dangerous than black folks. Black folks voted 90% for Democrats and still lost.
Let's repeat that one more time.
They do not dangerous. They're gonna be the death of America. So I think they're a lot more dangerous than black folks. Black folks voted 90% for Democrats and still lost. They do not have leverage. They do not have power like the liberals do. All right.
See, it said he had to put down black people just to prove the point that hold on, white liberals are responsible. But it said, dude, do you not realize the people that stand behind you? They probably got some party favors, and we're not talking about the ones from present day. We're taking it back to 1935. If you get the hint.
This is the Nick Fuentes clip. Play the clip and you just tell me what you think about what he said. Roll it.
I always say on my show, it's just my value. I want to marry someone that looks like me, that comes from a similar background, because I want my kids to look like me. I want my grandkids to look like me.
But are you, sorry, I just want to make sure, did you say I'm a racialist or I'm a racist?
You know, for a long time, I would say I'm racialist. Now I just say I'm racist.
Okay.
What more do you need to say? What more evidence do you need?
Lord, gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
He said it. What more did you need to prove that? And it said but wait, there's more is Nick Fuentes, he ain't exactly passing either. He can just spit that rhetoric and get away with it. But if you kind of an old head and you're from the South, you kind of understand the one drop rule. And Nick Fuentes has some Latino in him. Oops, I said that part out loud. I shouldn't have. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Yeah, y'all incel Groiper leader is not a wasp. Oops.
So when you say you're racist, because these definitions get changed around, racist, anti-Semitism gets expanded. What do you mean when you say...
Oh, we know about her and her path towards that Alpha Samuel. Yeah, we know about her and that. It said this is also tying it up because you see how she's getting ready to throw cape to it.
Say I'm a racist, because I think most people watching this would go, if you are a racist in the traditional sense of the term, why are you on this podcast, right? Wouldn't you just go, you know what, Candace is black and therefore I don't want to speak to her.
Right.
Certainly not going onto your show and saying, why won't Candace have me on? That doesn't really seem to line up with the traditional sense of the idea of racist. So
yeah, I'm
because, madam, you're one of the quote unquote good ones. Until you push back, because it seems like y'all tried to even double team Nick Fuentes and he still came out on top. Oh yeah, double teamed him with Sucker Carlson. Oh yeah, he's gonna get put in the examination room at some point.
I'm being a little tongue in cheek. I mean, for the purpose of understanding, I'd say my views are I'm a racialist. But I do think that we need to deconstruct this idea of racism in the sense that, look, you're black, I'm white.
No, don't lie. You are what we would say white adjacent, because you do have Mexican in you, which is clear and confirmed. You are not a wasp. So, nope. I am not sold. Next.
It is what it is. For my entire life, people have been walking around on eggshells about the subject of race, about white people being racist. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I have this opinion? And me, I'm sort of, Gavin McInnes said it like this. He said, you're kind of post-racist. You're sort of after this craze where everything was racist. It's sort of this recognition that we live in a heavily racial world. And, look, sometimes we have racist feelings. Racist feelings like I want to live in a white neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live in a black neighborhood. If they're all like you, obviously it'd be a different story. But when we think of a black neighborhood...
See, he kind of said, He basically kind of gave her that backhanded compliment, as in, why? Because you're one of the good ones.
Neighborhood, we know what that means and why the property value.
But that's Black Americans. This is why I want to.
Right there. Right there. You heard her say Black Americans. This is one of the reasons why we tell y'all to be mindful of things, because Candace Owens is not a quote unquote Black American. She is what most of us would call a tether. She has Caribbean lineage. But most of unmelanated America has said they're still going to see her no different than what they will see me. Basically, yes, this person, this melanated female, is what we would address plainly as a mammy. I mean, let's see her side of the fence in regards to he who was removed in September. Oh yeah, she's trying to splurge everything on top, and it's like, ma'am, you trying to play to everybody for attention, and you're gonna get that attention. And the one that I am waiting for the most The one I am waiting for the most is when the Macrons really dig in that bony ass of yours. I will be watching it. I will hell damn near put a vacation on to watch them drag your ass down for all the black people, the foundational black Americans that you threw under the bus, and you openly admitted it under, and I believe you openly had admitted it, and we can already figure out who was signing them bonuses to throw FBAs under the bus. Yeah, he who is 6 feet under, little Benny, as in little Benny Shapiro. He ain't too far from getting put on the examiner block either. But let's continue. We ain't got but so much time.
I want to understand this idea better because, and this is kind of something my cousin has said, which I guess you could say is a racist statement, but she says that white people in America are the white trash of white people in the world, meaning that like there's a special category of uniquely that you don't see when you're dealing with like white Americans here, that if you went across to just, I mean, like Switzerland, you wouldn't see this version of a white person necessarily, or this, you maybe went to the continent of Africa, you don't see this version of a black person.
Do you think, okay, do you think Nick Fuentes really cares whether said melanated person is from Nigeria versus Charlotte, North Carolina? Ma'am, y'all ain't get the hint, and that's why he ran through y'all, and he's basically a rogue agent. Candace, the only reason why you have any standing is because the rest of the boys you kind of got wrapped around your finger. Like your Matt Walsh and some of those other MAGA. That's the only reason why you're somewhat relevant.
Either. Like even if you went to the tribes out in Africa that still exist, they would be a far cry from a black American living in a neighborhood in Compton.
See, this is that stuff that we try to tell y'all about. It said, and y'all wonder why we look at her like a sellout.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
It said she had to compare somebody from the tribes and then say that a black American is worse in Compton. Yeah, this is why. Let's see. This is why we warned everybody of y'all. If she went rogue, this is the kind of shit that's gonna happen. But at the same time, she got checked.
Right. So I'm trying to understand if you think that it's all black people are like this, or if your world is kind of colored by this is what's going on in America. This has failed for 1,000 reasons. Welfareism has definitely,
See, you trying to tie welfare to black women. See, that's the reason why we tell y'all about why lineage does play a role. Because also, as I learned